Mel Gibson is here. He's a two-time Oscar-winning director, actor, and producer. He's gone from a cop in Lethal Weapon to a freedom fighter in one of my favorite movies, Braveheart. And now he's making us laugh in the new movie, Daddy's Home 2. Welcome, Mr. Gibson. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great. Yeah. Daddy's Home 2. You play Mark Wahlberg's father. I tell you, it couldn't have been cast any better. Yeah. But Variety, they characterized your character as the grandpa from hell.
Yeah. I guess, some of them are diabolically possessed. It's not really me, though. He's the macho dude. I'm actually more accustomed to, recipes. I'm not adverse to a pedicure.
and speaking of kids and the father or grandfather, you're a father 9 times.
9, yeah.
So what kind of father are you? What would your kids describe you as?
Oh, man, I'm a regular dad. When I see him up in the attic, a little dog kibble, they're fine. But no, and it gets better and better. I think you learn as you go. And there's no such thing as a perfect parent. Yeah. It doesn't matter how good you think you are or how well you actually do, you're always going to kind of mess it up a little bit. And your children will generally remind you of that later on. Yeah,
without a doubt. Absolutely, 100% right about that. I can speak from experience. Yeah. And you play Mark's dad. John Lithgow plays Will's father. Yeah. And it's such a funny movie. Who cracks up first on set? How do you hold it together?
It's very difficult, particularly when Mark and Will get going. These two just start this they have these mercurial brains, and they start this riffs on some little subject that you can't even believe the minutia of the places they get to. It's completely off the wall. And it was very difficult to actually keep a straight face. And sometimes I was just breaking up and like I'd ruin the take,
And we're gonna take a look at a clip. And this clip is when the two granddads, you guys meet for the first time. Oh. All right, take a look. Daddy's Home 2.
And this guy's raising your kids half the time?
He hasn't seen his dad in a really long time.
It's only been since Thanksgiving, but it feels like forever.
4 weeks. It's been a few years for us. What should we do? You want me to take my pants off?
And how does it feel for you? Because last time you were here, we talked about Hacksaw Ridge, which you directed, sure. Phenomenal film as well. And now you're back into comedy.
Well, it's nice to have a change of pace, and it's good not to have to deal with the responsibility of, the logistics of directing a film and a sort of a serious film like that too. So it was good to lay back, let another director do the whole thing, and just kind of show up and be a good soldier for a change,
And there's a Christmas song in the movie, and there's a dance scene. Yep. And and you're kind of getting your groove on.
Sure.
But Mark said when they stopped the music and said cut, you kept going.
Yeah, well, I'm old, I don't know.
And it's Throwback Thursday, and you've done so many great movies, man.
Thursday.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at your last comedy.
Why I'm here?
But this is another. I keep saying it's one of my favorite, but I love this one too. What Women Want, and this is the dance scene right there. And you have some moves, so I'm curious, how many takes did it take you to knock that out?
Just one take, but I did it 18 times in the one take. I got it right.
But it looks good. It's fitting. And we heard you wore pantyhose in that movie.
Oh yeah.
But you say you didn't mind that because of theater school.
No, you run around in tights for 3 years, And the engineering students think there's something wrong with you, but if you don't mind getting hit with objects and projectiles, it's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
And amazingly enough, the first Lethal Weapon came out 30 years ago.
Wow.
30 years ago.
30.
And and people consider this to be, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
That surprised you?
It was set, the backdrop. Yeah, Christmas. But it was released in March. Yeah, interesting, yeah.
Was there a 5th one coming, Lethal Weapon on the way?
Yeah, I went to see Dan the other night. He was doing a theater production in L.A. of a play he was made great 17 years ago. He reprised it. I went to see him with Donner, the director of those old movies. So we got to talking. So yeah, maybe.
I tell you what, there we go. And a little hint, it might be on the way. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming, man. Hey, always great to see you. And we got to say, Daddy's Home 2, it hits theaters tomorrow. Make sure you go check it out. Mel Gibson, everybody.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.